about River End Real Estate and Constructions Limited. Ahano uba ha yaton sase yaton dan ena yesi dan so into the mess obia so beba River End no so benya ne de. Ahano uba your architect wa ha your land surveyors ena ye won krofo so mu si dan wa ha umpewe na opede. Sina medikan eka mu no River End for asas no ena da ha yantami titi ha ekosi no ho a ni na River End for asase oto a manso bia ene ho woni langard for any nsem bia entino sempo sika nso na so pese on to asase River End for nko a ho dia bra e won hihye bia ene ubedi so obetimi etene kakra sina be ya onso obetimi abaye efiewura se wo amanone ene Ghana na se wo pasase a manso ni so a ene efe woni nkyere bebia se River End for asase asase we oto a asem bia ene ho yensase no ebi wo mempa me wansem Kings Hill Papase Fete Millennium City Bontrase ene Pokwase ena edan no so ebi wo Okrun Kwanta Kings Hill Kaswa Bodiasi Road
Shusha River End Yichi akwan ewo Kaswa CP Junction anase friend 0555673344 anase 0201590561 anase 0302982385 River End Real Estate and Construction Limited. Your investment is secured.
Are you looking for where to order for your wedding cake, bridal shower cake, birthday cake, baby christening cake, anniversary cake, housewarming cake, or your child's favorite cartoon character cake? At Castle Cakes, we specialize in this and many more. Our prices are also very competitive. We can be located in Apam, Central Region, but we deliver nationwide, even as far as Tamale. At Castle, we give you love at first bite. Call or WhatsApp us on 0243 067 850. On Facebook and Instagram, we are known as Castle Cakes.
Guess what? I have a solution for all your building problems. Aroma of Christ Aluminium Company Limited offers sliding doors, windows, swing doors, security doors, acoustic ceiling, aluco board work. They are located at Alachi Tabora Junction. Call them now on 0552 747258 or 050 3276 866. Delivery services comes with a smooth package. I Construction Works, located at Winneba, offers all your bricks and big tiles. Contact them on 0244 814100. 0244 814100. Installment payments can be arranged and they offer sweet delivery package as well. Call them now.
Okay, so people, thank you very much today for creating time to watch us on Time with Lydia Cleland. It's your beautiful girl Lydia. Today we are going to talk about one interesting topic, which of course I know it's a societal problem, and other group of people in our society has made it a norm, and so we don't really know whether it's a problem that triggers our health or it's just okay for anybody to engage in. What is the worst story you've heard about smoking? Any of, how do you call it? What's the worst story you've heard? Is it about weed? Is it about cigarette? Is it about cocaine? Which story have you heard? And what do you want to know about all of these? Whether it's good or bad to our health. Again, I have in my studio a wonderful friend, and we begin the discussion. Welcome, Mr. Mensah. Or I should call you Gerard.
Yeah, any of them. Oh, that's okay.
Okay, so welcome on Time with Lydia Cleland. Today we are looking at drug addicts, okay, or we're looking at drugs, okay. So you have written some books, of course. You've been on certain platforms where you've shared some of these experiences and stuff like that. Straightforward, I like to ask, at what point did you realize that you become addicted to whatever you were smoking?
Okay, first of all, I will thank everybody that is listening to us, that they've made time to listen to this wonderful program. Addiction, it's all about addiction. Addiction comes in different forms, where people fall in love with certain stuffs, like the others fall in love with good addictive stuffs, and others fall in love with bad addictive stuffs. Like for instance, just as we're talking about stuffs like smoking, it's very addictive. People get themselves involved and they don't see nothing wrong with that, but unfortunately, initially, it's like they are having fun.
Okay.
But it builds up to a certain point, and it is like, I can't live without this.
Okay.
And automatically, they become addicted. That means that they fall in love with it.
Okay.
And it's like something they cannot do without.
Okay.
So with addiction, it can come naturally in different forms. Yeah, some can come as having fun, as others can come as peer influence, others can come as stress.
Exactly.
And all these things can lead people to, to engage themselves in one thing or the other.
So precisely, I know you have a topic on drug addicts.
Yeah, sure.
And so I know the discussion today is on drug addicts. At what point did you realize that you become addicted to smoking?
At the point that I noticed that I can't do it without the day going to an end. Then I noticed that why am I doing something that is not bringing me any beneficial upliftment, any increment, but rather wasting money and spending money on unnecessary things like that. Then I noticed that, hey, you are being stupid without seeing.
Okay.
So,
or like, let's just say you falling in love with it.
Yes. So
because that's what you made me understand, that when you become so in love with something that you can't do without it, even a day, that's when you know you have given, totally into that thing.
Exactly.
Okay. So what I want to ask you is, at what age did you start smoking?
I started smoking when I was in like class 5. I don't know, class 5. I will be like 11 years, 12 years.
Okay, so at that early age or early stage of your life, where you were barely a teenager,
yeah.
And so, what led you on to your? Okay, let me ask. What was your first point of contact with the weed?
Okay, whilst we were kids in the house, I see my uncles, their friends, relatives comes around, sit down, smoke, drink, and they do it every day.
Okay, so you would say that it was just an influence from within.
Yes, and then mine was that I felt that, okay, these people, they do these things every day. Let me also, why don't I try it?
Wow.
So when I kept trying and kept trying and kept trying, and became part of me.
Okay. Did you know, or did you have any knowledge of it as to whether it is good or not? Because a lot of people want to engage in something, from the basis, they probably read about it or anything like that before they engage. Did you have any information, the pros and cons, the good and the bad? Did you know of anything about it before you engaged in?
I didn't know at that age.
Okay.
I didn't know.
Okay.
Yes.
You didn't know anything at all?
No. All that I know is that I see my uncles taking it, and it's a normal thing.
Okay.
So, even when at the point, if I'm smoking and I see somebody looking at me in a way, I say, what is wrong with this person's mind? This is a normal thing.
Okay.
But I noticed that the society don't see it to be normal.
Okay.
Further research showed me that how harmful and stuff this thing can cause our health. Then I decided to give a quit to it and help other people that also want to quit.
Okay. So I will ask you, from your first point with the weed, right? after you smoked your first one or the second one, what did you gain out of it that triggered you on the subsequent ones?
Okay, my first weed that I tried made me felt like I'm going crazy.
Okay.
That is my first time.
Okay.
Before I was smoking cigarette then.
Okay.
Until I got to St. Augustine's College when I started.
You don't mention the school name. Yeah.
But what they it doesn't
when
change anything.
When
I got to the secondary school,
okay.
I went into the weed, and then the first time I took it, I noticed that it really gets you off the world. You understand? So I decided to stop.
Okay.
But when I tried another time, and another time, and another time, it became normal.
Wow. What triggered your cravings for it? Because wait, apart from the fact that you saw your uncles or your family doing it, and then you got your first point of contact with the weed, I'm sure there should be moons where you get to, and then you sort of begin to have that cravings that let me go for it. Do you have the moons to crave for it, or it's just something you've made it a routine, like you wake up in the morning and you do it? I don't know. So you tell me about it.
Okay, you see, especially with weed, it makes you high.
Okay.
And when you are high, you are no more on your normal self.
Okay.
So if you keep taking it every day and you are always high, when you wake up in the morning and you don't get high, it's like the day is not ready to start.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
So at a point, it's like when you wake up, you have to get high, leave the house, come back, get high, and go to bed. So the highness will automatically become your daily routine, and when you don't get high, it's like the day cannot start.
Wow. How many times has the habit of smoking led you to, let's say, a medical condition? Has it given you any medical condition?
Yes.
Would you want to talk about it? Like, share with us.
Sure. On several occasions, I have had.
Because I want to reach everybody.
Okay, no problem. Now, Zama can there on several times, you know. Many a lot of medical conditions, such a bit there. Burns. You can have heart burns. And heart burns here, as if you are or your heart is not pumping well. What are all pumping at the wakuma oil? You understand? And another thing is that because of the highness nature, the mercado or high or no, you will see that all the time your BP is high. So most people that, especially smokers, often they have high BP. And then it is something that also makes you weak. You understand? It kills your cells.
Because I think I mean, obviously I know you, and so I think there's been points where it gave you a skin something. So you want to talk about it because it's educating other people who are watching us.
Exactly. So especially with the skin stuffs, I was smoking too much. That time I used to smoke too much. In fact, it got to a point that I have some of my hair peeling off.
Wow.
Yes, because the cells here started dying. And when the cells start dying, the hair become or you're weak. And see, anything you edible for Dubiano, it easily peels off. So that was actually the time I stopped smoking.
You reduce it or you
With the,
stopped? Were you
I
able
stopped
to-
the cigarette.
Okay.
I stopped the cigarette and was
Okay.
left with the weed.
Okay.
And then I had other skin rashes that was coming, especially under my foot
Okay.
and stuff like that. And then with its habit of making you reducing your strength, that is, baby America there, your cells. It kills your body cells.
Okay.
So naturally, no, obiara oye the mazini biano say as uhu ana wona na we be pim and bibi kitikiti bia, you feel pains.
Okay.
It's yo ankasa. But when you stop and the cells start building up
Okay.
to be alive, you don't, those things doesn't happen.
Okay.
So with each medical condition, I think I have even been admitted at the hospital like 3 times.
Okay. One of which I know I was a witness.
Yes, and then 2 was whilst I was in Tema.
Okay.
Yeah, I was admitted at the Tema General Hospital.
Would you say, okay, would you say that because this hair stuff, other Rastafarians might differ, like sort of not agree with you, because they have a lot of long hair. Okay, they have a lot of hair. Okay, and so how come a Rasta man who is a smoker has this long hair, and you are talking about the fact that it made your hair stop growing? You understand? So I just want to understand: is it with the strongness or the I don't know. Does it have to do with the immune system, because we're different from each other, right?
Let me make clear. Rasta for no, most of them, they don't smoke cigarette.
Oh, okay.
They smoke weed.
Okay. Now you're making some.
You understand? And cigarette is chemicals. Now, yen smoke in there. The ghetto boy going to buy cigarette 1 CD to smoke. We buy them in packet and cartons.
Okay.
So, and anything that you take excessively automatically has an effect on your body. And mine was sure to say I was taking it excessively.
Okay. So tell me, what was the 3 times that you've been admitted? What was the worst one where you thought that, no, this might probably even kill me? What was the worst one? And what was the issue?
Okay. The worst one, the doctor later said it's food poisoning.
Okay. So it wasn't related to the...
Well, and then there were other complications of burns that was like the doctor detected other burns in my system.
Okay.
But the actual one was I was poisoned actually. So
So we wouldn't want to say the poison side. We want to know the critical condition the weed smoking has gotten you. Like, what was the worst scenario in your engaging with what do you call the cigarette and the weed?
well,
Which one gave you a bad experience with it?
well, it's the cigarette.
Okay.
The cigarette actually nearly killed me.
Okay.
Cigarette nearly killed me. But with the weed, I don't have much complications with it, but the smoking side, that the smoke part, which I know is harmful.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So
he would say that with other means of taking the weed is commendable than compared to the smoking.
yes, because I have had experiences of other asthmatic patients whom they take it when they have their
Okay, so I want to say that this is not a medical practitioner that you have to take whatever he's saying into consideration, with the aspect of the fact that if you have asthma, you have to take weed. This is not medically approved, so I wouldn't want you to take it into consideration. Let's go.
Okay, so, but if we're talking about smoking in general, then I will say that it has a very bad effect on the human body.
Okay.
But if we are concentrating on something like marijuana,
Okay.
marijuana,
Another
based
weed.
on my experience,
Marijuana, imam po meeting po yan I confused. Weed, right?
yes. Based on my experience, I think only the smoking makes it a bad thing.
Okay. 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 Now, anybody listen to you? Because of course we have students watching and all that. Would you urge them on, or would you encourage that they can smoke?
I wouldn't encourage anybody to smoke,
Okay.
because smoking naturally damages your heart, your lungs, and your immune system.
Okay.
Smoking in general.
Okay.
So, as to the aspect of smoking, I don't.
No much. Whether
I
it
wouldn't.
has any
No,
health
no,
and-
I wouldn't recommend it
Okay.
because it's dangerous.
Okay.
But with its use, if it is marijuana we are talking about,
Okay.
if it use
Okay.
to
If you don't smoke it and you use it for tea and all that,
Tea
because that's
or
what
maybe-
I deduce you want to say.
yes,
Then that one, it's not.
for your cookeries,
Okay.
or maybe food or something. Well,
Maybe
I don't
you
think
do.
that
I see.
it's
Okay, like I said, it's not a doctor, and so you don't take everything as medically approved. Of course, if you have any concerns, you can visit your doctor, and then they are going to tell you whether it's good for you or not. Okay, so what would, like I said, give an advice. Obviously, there are people who have had maybe one or two experiences that you've had with the smoking, and they didn't know how to overcome it. Maybe someone is doing both, and so I want you to share your experience in a way of advice, in telling them what they can do to probably stop.
Probably I will encourage anybody that is smoking and want to stop. That is, if you want to stop, I will advise that there are certain procedures that you can adopt that can help you to stop.
Okay.
One is to fire all your smoking piles.
Okay.
If you can fire all your smoking piles, sometimes someone will say that, hey, you are not you are not relating to us the way you relate to us again.
So
But
that's like influence from friends.
yes, because when you have all these people around you, you understand, it is like you want to get out from a pit,
Okay.
and they are there with you in the pit.
Okay. So they entertain
They
you
just
then.
have to pull you back.
Okay.
But if you can change your
Just
friends,
connect with them. Yeah.
yes, if you can change your friends, and then you find new friends that are into the new life you want to live, that is friends who don't smoke,
Okay.
then that one can help. If you are also much concerned about your finance,
Okay.
you have to consider how much money.
I even wanted to ask you, how much were you spending on weed, like in a day,
Like 150 Ghana cedis every week.
every week? And it goes on from every year to every year to every year. I'm sure there are times that you even spend more than that.
Yeah, that is when I have invited other smoking mates to come around.
And then smoke party and a smoking party. Wow. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Exactly.
And so if you have to calculate all these things, then of course you spend on it.
Yeah, sometimes I notice that even the normal spending within a month, I spend more than 600 cedis on weed.
More than 600 cedis on weed in a month. That's serious, you know.
Yeah, sure. That is serious, but that is.
You'll be so you and I know, right? That
I know.
People account 300 cedis a month.
Sure, I understand that.
Let me ask you this. Does weed smoking also made you go into womanizing? Because people smoke and do things. And so I want to ask whether it's actually led you into other different things.
Well, no.
Okay.
But weed Smoking weed even does not makes you want women around you that much.
Oh, okay.
Because you want to have your peace of mind.
Okay, so it gets you in the reserved mood.
Yes.
Okay.
So sometimes when women, if you smoke, anybody who smokes weed, any woman that talks to him and make it looks like a little pressure want you out of his life.
Exactly. Exactly.
So it's with all of them.
I understand.
So
All
when
right.
it comes to womanizing,
It's
I
out of
don't
it.
think we.
But you can smoke weed and be abusive sometimes.
Yeah, sure.
Somebody can just go high and then obviously because of the influence sort of get engaged into some violence. It's your baby to me aka say okoya de but wo de mami twem ko shembra me ba de abede be no. What of that one too?
I don't.
Have you had any encounters like that?
Well, I don't think that anybody can smoke like Obibotum Washiwi na as a kind rough, because naturally weed calms you down.
I don't think so.
The reason why I'm saying there are some people one ankasa wo peda why one rough the down.
Okay.
They are just ruffian.
Okay.
And they also know that society fear weed.
Okay.
So sometimes they can always say, "Mkono weed, ma," but no, it is something to freak you out because society already fear people that takes weed.
Okay.
And when they know that you are afraid of him because he takes weed, he can overreact and do stuff that makes you feel that, hey, it is the weed that is making him do that. But it is his character.
Okay. So what I want to know is that have you ever been in a situation whereby akoshwaba medabe violence da?
Not ever.
You sure?
Not ever.
Okay.
Because in that my mood, in my highness
How many years
mood,
has it been? Because it's been long years, right?
yeah, it's been long
and
years.
you've never, on record, smoked and acted out of
If I
violence.
get angry, it means that at that time I haven't smoked.
Oh, okay.
If I get angry easily, it means that I'm not high,
Okay.
and the person have provoked me.
Okay.
But if I'm high, I will not mind you.
Okay. So, Gerald, thank you so much for sharing your experience with both the weed and cigarette smoking with us. Of course, there are a lot of youth out there who see things around. They don't have any knowledge whether it's good or bad, and then they get lead on, and then they engage themselves in. And so, thank you so much being able to be on this platform and sharing your knowledge with us. Again, thank you so much for creating time on watching us on Time with Lydia Cleland. It's been very educative. I'm sure, say, if you're a young girl or a boy or a guy out there and you just want to engage yourself into smoking, of course, he has shared certain health implications that you might be afflicted with when you engage in. Next week, we'll be bringing you another interesting topic, as we always do. And so I'd like you to create time and don't be late. Always come on board with your friends and family and then get educated on Time with Lydia Cleland. Of course, my name again is Lydia Cleland, your wonderful and beautiful lady in town. Catch you again next week. Thank you.